Hello. Is it you? Wait. Loner thought I was going to jail. Such an asshole, bro. Susan, we have integrated Chat GPT into everything. How would I use Chat GPT to turn all the lights on for me? Yeah, Chat GPS. Susan's gonna get upset when she finds out that I call Chat GPT Susan. And I asked her, I asked Chat GPT, hey, can I call you Susan? Chat GPT was like, yup, sure fucking can. You dig. I don't know. Where's Zero? Perfect. Loner, where you at? You were there, then you weren't. You were there, then you weren't. Let's get into it. Now listen, ChatGPT wrote a spectacular intro for today's show, but I will not read that long ass intro. It wrote me a fucking... Honestly, I think ChatGPT could write me a whole show. Welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. Sit tight as we dive into some of the most current hot topics happening in the world today. First up, we've got Diplo's recent comment about getting his BJs from dude friends. All right. Let's get into the show. I wish I could play the song longer, but it's Wednesday for Monday. I apologize for not being here, but we shall. We're gonna make this work. Maybe having Chat GPT on a team isn't such a bad thing because it's like Jarvis in real life. It's me. Enjoy.
You got me feeling my ground
Hand dances.
so deep.
Oh, my son stole my car.
So steep.
Ugh.
You tried to hold grip on me,
Baby.
tumbling down on the hills of lost and found. I got your mother, my
This is such a great song. Baby.
the dirt floors with every song.
Oh man, I need some marijuana for this song.
You're speaking to my subconscious.
Tell ChatGPT to fucking remind me.
Holy water, touching your sin.
Oh, he mad, man.
I push the night away.
Hey.
Some days I get in my feelings, yeah, I'm dealing.
I gotta ask
with
ChatGPT
it.
for
On my
hashtags.
bare knees, got you
I know I'm
feeding.
playing.
Your ego bleeding.
Bleeding.
I got you loving love that wasn't for
I don't know.
I might cling to even
I think I can after a little while. It's Kasabian Lavoe What's going on, beautiful people? It's Wednesday. I wasn't here on Monday. I'm gonna tell you, I was overwhelmed with this fish hobby of mine, and these current events have been boring. That stupid ass AI picture that had Trump getting locked up, I thought it was real. I was like, oh my God, we got one hell of a show, and then it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. Keeps happening. But nonetheless, we are here, and I apologize for not being here. I heard I'm not consistent, even though we've done this for 430-something episodes, but I guess I'm inconsistent. Sure, if you feel that way. Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, live from Las Vegas. I'll be your host, Kasabian, with talent on loan from God. This is episode 4 something. Hold on, hang on, wait a minute. I don't want to mess it up. 430. See, told you I've done this a couple times. That ain't my first rodeo. Let's get into today's topics. There's so much to talk about. ChatGPT wrote such a spectacular intro that I don't know where to go with it because it's mad good. So I'm like, wow, y'all OD'd it. But this is where you come for breaking news. And we're breaking news right now. Right now. Hey, maybe it didn't break right now, but we're going to break some news. We're going to break something. Ooh, that's spicy. Y'all saw what that did there? I'll wear a suit. I wear a suit just to do that news drop all the time. Tekashi 6ix9ine got his ass kicked at a gym in Miami by two things. And I don't even know if it was gang related or what, but the people that have a problem with him ain't touched him. Not a rapper, not a nothing. Supposedly, this stems from some oh shit, my bad. This stems from some shit that happened I at a baseball game. From what I gather, I got the video sent to me, and my video shows a little bit more. And I was like, ooh, because it was like, yeah, meet me in the bathroom, let's fight. And it's like, we're gonna beat you up, no fair fades. And yeah, they wilding. But either way, Tekashi got whooped. Like that's the game. That's life. They let his ass walk away, so that's good for him. He was able to walk away. But Tekashi got, he got, I guess, something. I just don't understand what justice y'all feel like y'all got, because y'all ain't do shit. So Zimmerman's still alive. That's all I know. This Tekashi shit was very odd. It came out of nowhere. Tekashi has been outside. He's been ODing. And speaking of that certain Latin group of folks, one of their leaders is snitching on the stand right now, ain't he? Who's gonna cover that story, right? Yeah, bro. It's one of them right now on the stand snitching away, bro. Worse than 6ix9ine. You should be worried about your own people. But this whole 6ix9ine thing seems like boy was looking for clout. Came out of jail. Whoop. I mean, yeah, he whooped him, but I mean, bro had him by probably 120 pounds. Stuffed him out. Didn't even really sock him. Just punched him in the side of the head when he fell down. So it wasn't really like, he just kind of like, yep, yep, yep. And then he kicked him. And the other dude just kept kicking and just would not stop kicking him. But when the big dude stepped on Tekashi at that part of the video, he for sure broke his ribs, bro. He needs to go in the way. He do too much. It's too much. This is not the first time this shit has happened and the shit gets old. Tekashi needs to figure it the fuck out. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore about this fucking guy. Like, I can't believe he's made this much money. That's why I told, like, making money, honestly, is just fucking luck is 90% of it. At this point, I'm convinced 90% of making money is just pure fucking luck. Anything after that is, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Like, I don't get it. He should not even be, I don't know. What am I? What do I know? Diplo says letting dudes suck your is not gay as long as you don't make eye contact. What? What do you? No. No. Diplo's wrong. Gay dudes would say that's gay. I'll ask a gay friend. That's how serious I am. It's the craziest shit I ever heard. All right. Today we'll be getting into these topics that we have here that I should be saying, but there's so many that I didn't really talk about. But yeah, Diplo is weird. Navajo water rights. I saw this story about Navajo water rights, and we've been dealing with so many issues on this side of the world due to water. And it's interesting to know that it's weird to have these types of things still. Like, I know it sounds, I might sound like I'm old or something. I don't know. But when I hear that we have these private collective grounds and we're still trying to fuck with what they got going on, to me, that sounds like we should, like, why isn't that figured out already? I don't know. I don't like it. Yo, that's wild, bro. Pause. Don't even say pause, bro. What's wrong with you? I would never. Never. That's gross, bro. Let's talk about this transit build in Philly. I got hiccups. I think it was in Philly somewhere. But being in Vegas, we've always heard this weird bullet train to LA thing. just never comes to fruition. It seems like it never happens. Like back in the day, I feel like they really pulled the trigger and got shit happening. So seeing hundreds of millions of dollars being spent on terrible transit ideas is amazing. The fact that you said no, pause, I know what side you stand on with that question, because that's going to be a part of the poll question on Spotify. So make sure you head over to Spotify.com and look for the Kasabian Lavoe Show and answer the poll question. Is it gay if dude friends blow you as long as you don't make eye contact? That's wild. That's wild. Shazam was a flop. Tell you that shit. That sucked. Doctors are now using ChatGPT, and I can now say we are fully integrated with ChatGPT here at the Kasabian Lavoe Show. Shout out to ChatGPT. There's a Coolio album coming out. Pretty fucking dope. Solo honeymoons. One of the biggest crock of shits I ever heard in my entire life. We'll talk about this fucking loser. It's like a dude throwing a bachelor party, but it's not getting married. He just goes to a strip club with his fucking homeboys. Weirdo. Hit Boy versus Hit Maker. And JP Morgan buying a bag of rocks and not nickel. It's always great.
A few moments later.
It's always great to watch these giant corporations fall on their face. But yes, as far as Tekashi 6ix9ine goes, to be honest with you, I don't understand how long this shit is going to continue to go on. But hey, it continues to go on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't stop. So, with that being said, Loner wants to tell us something about how he feels about Diplo. Go ahead, Loner. Tell everybody. How do you feel about Diplo? Do you want a Diplo? Weirdo. I am not hydrated today well. I've been drinking a new water that has been like going right through me. Pause. And it's fucking me up. Like, that's why I don't have one with me right now. I'm like sleep deprived for no reason. I even had... oh, shit. Did y'all know there's this shit called VTO? I'm new to this. I never heard of VTO. Which is voluntary time off, right? But you earn this shit called PTO, right? What the fuck is PTO? That's paid time off. Fuck me up. They go, hey, you want to take some VTO? And I'm like, nah, I need to get paid. And they were like, no. Look, you got time. We'll pay you. I can leave now. You'll pay me? I said, yeah. You sure? Yeah. You're not going to jerk me later, right? Like, no, you good. This corporate shit ain't too bad. I might have to go. I might take me a 3-day weekend because it's been hard doing everything on just the weekends. I don't know how the fuck normal people handle everything on the weekend. I hate leaving my house at night. It's the weirdest shit. So I get everything crammed into Saturday. And then all I got is Sunday. I need my eyebrows done. I need a facial. I need my nails done. I need to watch Power and all my shows with a bottle of wine and my old lady with some fluffy slippers on and shit, bro. I don't know who's going to have the fluffy slippers on, her or me, but one of us is going to enjoy the fuck out of some fluffy slippers and this motherfucking wine. God damn it. What's been a thing for years? What's been a thing for years, bro? There's not been a thing for years. Nobody's ever... When have you ever even used those words? You don't got a job. How do you know what the fuck PTO is and all that shit? You sell dope. Tell everybody what you really do, Loner. Tell them you be out there like them dudes with the cameras and shit on your helmets, and you be selling drugs on one of them backpacks with the bikes and shit through the city. You're a carrier, but you sell dope for the Colombians and shit like in Power. And your dad owns like a nightclub or some shit downtown. Your dad owns Starlets. You're really Dominican. Nah, I ain't never had a job, bro. This is my first job. I gotta tell LaRonda about this stuff. This shit is crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm blown the fuck away by this stuff. All right, let's get into this news. And now, the news. I want to sit in front of the desk and do the and crack the papers. ABC News. on the nation's largest Native American reserve, spanning 16 million acres across Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. One of the 3 households lacks running water. Whoa, 1 in 3 households lacks running water. That's 3 different states of fucking people. At the Supreme Court on Monday, the tribe will face off with the federal government and a group of states. You know, this has always been so difficult. I have so many friends that live in Moapa, that live on the fucking tribal lands. Moapa owns land in the middle of North Las Vegas. Like, if you grew up on the east side downtown, 89101, if you go up the block on Main Street, up that dirt hill, the reason why there's nothing built on that dirt hill on Bonanza right there in Las Vegas or in Maine is because all that shit is owned by the natives. That's why New Woo's right there. And it's 24/7. It was the first 24/7 weed shop with a drive-through, and you can smoke there because it's Native American ground. You can do whatever the fuck they say. So it's just weird to see type of shit like this because I feel like all these little small issues should be already taken care of. Like, they should have the water they need. They should have all the supplies they need. This isn't something new. What's up with this dude? Oh, he does OnlyFans. That's crazy. Loner got a group on Telegram where he be selling this shit. That's how he makes his money. The tribe will face off with the federal government and a group of states over what it's called a broken promise to bolster the reservation's water supply. The dispute involves the vital but increasingly strategic strained Colorado River, a resource. You know, man, the Colorado's being fucking jerked. A resource long the subject of litigation between states and carefully apportioned. These are the weirdest fucking words, and the way that it's laid out right now is making my head hurt. Appropriationed under a labyrinth of agreements to meet the needs of nearly 40 million Americans across the West. It's about right. Most of those motherfuckers in California, because there's only 3 million here. The tribe agrees that an 1868 treaty established. Wow, this shit's so fucking old. An 1868 treaty established the reservation. Does not no one understand why the fuck this doesn't make sense? Like, this should be taken care of. Like, there shouldn't be conversations about something that's over 200 fucking years old. I feel like there's a lot of old conversations that we need to stop fucking having. The tribe argues that its 1868 treaty establishing the reservations promised both land and water. Both land and water. Suffice for the Navajos to return to a permanent home on their ancestral territory. So, you know, the Navajos live on private lands. It belongs to them. They do what the fuck they want. I'm serious. That is theirs. They do what they want, how they want. They don't get taxed. They don't have to pay certain things. It is theirs. But things are worked out so that they can fucking live too. Like, not everybody, you see, like, oh man, this shit's crazy. The nation is still waiting for the water it needs. The tribe writes in court papers asking the justice to green light a breach of trust claim in federal court. You know, good luck to them. I hope they can figure that out. That is very interesting. And it's very difficult to even, you know, begin to fucking wrap your mind around something like this because it's not something we talk about. But living here in Vegas, this is something that we definitely see and we understand. And I have, like I said, I have a lot of friends. And, you know, it's one of those, you just got to talk about it so people know situations. Let me go here. So when I saw this story, I wasn't sure if anybody would give a shit, but because I think the country's falling apart in so many different ways, it's always nice to show where we used to be the kings and where we're falling on our faces. America, like, revolutionized transit. For some reason, we just can't fucking do anything anymore. We used to be like the most revolutionary everything, and now we just give money to fucking war-torn countries and fuck us, right? So the story's at Vice. Last week, I celebrated the death of LaGuardia. Really? That's a terrible fucking name. LaGuardia. Yeah, the air train. A $2 billion. God damn, that's expensive as fuck. A $2 billion and counting airport connector, which would save not anyone any time. Who the fuck built this shit? I referred to it as the worst transit project in the U.S. Shortly afterwards, a reader emailed me and asked me if I had heard of the King of Persia's extension in Philly, a 4-mile rail extension to connect Philadelphia to a suburb mall. When the fuck were they going to connect Philly to a mall? The project would have a daily ridership of 9,700 people with a price tag of $2 billion. On Friday, the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority announced it would be ceasing construction on one of the bad transportation products because the Federal Transit Administration did not include the project in the federal grant. Wow. They couldn't even get funding to keep the shit going? I thought it went bad because it was just a bad build. Presumably because it was a bad project. That's fucking funny. There's a bunch of projects that shut down with this. The news was first reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer, which included the astounding revelation that the project cost had increased to more than $3 billion. That comes to approximately $390 million per daily rider at a rate of return of several orders of magnitude higher than what transportation experts generally regards as worth investing in. SEPTA, S-E-P-T-A, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, SPECTA, had already invested $390 million in the extension, money that could have been spent on any number of important needs in the aging system. As a matter of fact, that's a huge issue that we have here in America, and is that our transportation system is falling apart. As you see, we've had train derailments left and right because we're not taking care of our railroads. They're not keeping up on the promises that they've made. The country would still rather spend money everywhere else but here. If we put millions and millions and millions and hundreds of millions, even billions of dollars back into our railroad system, back into our roads like they said they were going to, but immediately putting people into trade schools. It's a whole system. We have to put people into trade schools so they can do all the work. We need laborers. We need folks that know how to engineer. We're going to need civil engineers. We're going to need people to come up with new designs. This is not just a one type of job situation. You need surveyors. You're going to need people that can tear things down, build things up, work on the machinery. These people are going to fucking work these jobs for probably, 20 years, 10 years. They're forever jobs for some people. They get on these jobs and they retire these jobs because you're working on a road that's going to constantly need upgrading and at least maintaining. But there's so many roads that have gone neglected. Fucking roads, railroads, dams, bridges. Bridges are falling apart. Bro, they just fixed the bridge here in town in Las Vegas. And they had to pull it down. They had to do an emergency shutdown to break the whole fucking bridge and rebuild it because the new one that they set up was fucked up. So when these jobs are moving and you think, oh, well, how the fuck will this affect anybody? One, it'll affect our traffic, our travel. They'll be able to start working on things like quieter roads, more efficient roads as far as heat. When we live in the desert, we have to deal with very hot roads that are not good for our vehicles. Electric cars can't deal with that much type of heat. So a cooler road is always a fucking amazing thing. And a quieter road. Roads are loud as shit. They can't focus on shit like that if all they're doing is always expanding and trying to make shit bigger. So we need bodies. It takes people to make shit work. Bridges are falling apart across the country. It's not just here in Vegas. It's not there. It's everywhere. Everybody has a story, but nothing is getting done. I don't get it. We don't take care of ourselves. I know everybody's like, oh, fuck socialism. There's a little bit of socialism, though. That's just how it works. Our roads, the electricity for the streets, paramedics, firefighters, cops. That's a little bit of socialism. Schools, that's our little bit that we socialize in. Sorry, I know you might be like, Kasabian, you're supposed to be a right winger. What do you mean socialism is good? It is. We use some socialism in that aspect. It's the only way as a community we can come together. We're supposed to take our tax money as a community and pay for the roads, pay for the lights, pay for the teachers, pay for this, that, the third. And I feel like sometimes they forget that shit. Like, I don't know. What's hate? The shitty bridge falling apart? I was actually reading a story about something that was fucking up here. It's a hotel here called The Dream. And the guy actually put himself in a fucking hole. A couple $100 million building a hotel that I guess he purchased all the shit during COVID. So it was dirt ass cheap during COVID. But after COVID had happened, he's now basically facing facing some shit, to be honest with you. I ain't even gonna front, bro. It borrowing cheap money on a low value is terrible. Terrible. Is this the nurse story or the doctors using Chat GPT? Oh, so yeah, so the Shazam flop. I know I didn't read on the numbers, but that's a weird. Okay, the guy isn't likable. You should have done test runs. Shazam isn't likable. He's a magooch. I don't even know who the fuck he is in real life. Like, he's weird. I don't like him. Shazam is not well written. It's weird. He's a kid that turns to a 40-year-old man and he hangs out with kids still. Fucking weird, dude. Maybe check the temperature. I feel like DC doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Like, whoever the fuck is writing shit at DC, great. You guys got comics and comic book characters, but do better. Like, write something that fucking has meaning to it. All right? It's just there's no fucking meaning. It's fucking weird. It's weird. Like, yeah, it was gonna flop. Nobody wants to watch a grown-ass man with big-ass shoulders and shit run around and, like, save kids and shit, and then is a kid. I don't know, man. I don't know what the plot is. That shit look ass, and that's why that shit flopped. And I've been noticing the effects of COVID, money-wise, are affecting us now. Like, yeah, inflation. Man, it's beyond that shit. Inflation might be affecting you day to day. But what's really going to fuck you is that house that you bought that's $140,000, $150,000 over price tag. That car that you bought that's $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 over the price tag. That car that got you paying $1,200 a month with a $700 insurance note on it. The car that ain't worth a fuck. That type of shit is wild to me because it's repo apocalypse. I have never seen more cars driving through parking lots with those cameras on them. I think back in 2008, 2009 was the last time I seen this much activity with those repo dudes. They're just regular cars. They put the cameras on the front. They drive by your neighborhood and they zap all the cars. They go through your grocery stores. They zap all your cars. My homeboy used to do that shit. He told me what they do. It's wild how the system works. It's amazing. You think I'm not going to use Chat GPT? Where they got fucking repo dudes with cameras that can read 40 fucking plates a second? Yeah, I'm good, dog. I'm going to make sure I keep up with the technology and not get fucked and left behind. But there's a wave of cars being taken. There's going to be a wave of fucking regulations for the cars, used car industry, car banking. I feel like that's going to take a huge overhaul. The housing market is taking a hit left and right. Airbnb is taking a shit. It seems like the get rich quick folks on Airbnb are falling on their face, and other folks that are more reasonable on Airbnb have been making money. Airbnb, they're now calling it Airbnb bust. It's doing so bad that people are going from making $7,000 to $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month to just barely covering their mortgage now and not even making a profit at all. Airbnb used to be that you rented out a room in your house while you lived there. You had to live there. That's how it worked. What the fuck has it turned into? Like, it's wild, bro. This type of shit blows me away. But anyway, changes are coming. And the effects of COVID, that shit's coming. Get mad all you want. If you think Trump ain't the one that's going to fix this shit, better buckle the fuck up because it's about to get worse. The stories out of CNBC, Microsoft speech recognition subsidiary Nonsense Communications on Monday announced Dragon Abbott Experience DAX. Okay, Express, a clinical notes application for healthcare workers powered by artificial intelligence. DAX Express aims to help reduce clinics, but it has the apostrophe outside of the S, clinics' administrative burdens by automatically generating and drafting of clinical notes with seconds after a patient visit. They can draft notes for the doctor within seconds after a visit. How? The technology is powered by a combination of Abbott AI, which forms insight from unstructured data like conversations, and OpenAI's newest model, GPT-4. Our ultimate goal is to reduce the cognitive burden, to reduce the amount of time that is automatically had to spend on these administrative tasks, she said. That's actually awesome. The idea that you can take a bunch of notes and then the jargon or the rigmarole of the normal folk or the attorneys, you can just copy paste it with your AI. There's really no point in writing these sophisticated ass sentences when your job is technically just the information that makes that sentence. You understand what I'm saying? Like, as a doctor, they just want to diagnose you. Yes, they can say that we have found a blah, blah, blah. I mean, listen, there's a million ways that you can word certain things, right? For example, complaints. If somebody's like, oh, I'm pissed the fuck off. Well, you can word that shit a billion different ways. Why not let AI fill that out for you with a couple of keywords? As a matter of fact, that's how we do our intro for the show. We give ChatGPT the show notes. ChatGPT reads all the show notes and then spits out my intro. And that's what you guys can read there when you come on the show, or you gals. Coolio's putting out an album, and shout out to Coolio. Coolio married a good friend of my wife's. It was pretty interesting of a time. It was bro, from 2009 to 2016, 15 was fucking nuts. Really was. But anyway, Coolio was married, and I mean, that's still his wife, to a friend of my wife's, and he's releasing a posthumous album. And, we got to support. That death came out of nowhere, and that's how life is, so we should be prepared, but life is long. Coolio was definitely not 24. He was very old, and I know not old enough. Trust me. It's scary when this type of shit happens. Stories that at NME, the first posthumous Coolio album, Long Live Coolio, is set to be released later on this year, with the first single, Tag. You It, arriving ahead of the record. The record will feature materials the rapper was working on before his passing in September last year at the age of 59. Meanwhile, the album's first single, Tag, You It, featuring Too Short and DJ Wino, is out now alongside its music video. Make sure y'all check that out. Hey, come on, man. I know, but shut the fuck up, bro. The video, that's fucking funny. You're fucking hilarious. The video, which was filmed before Coolio's passing, sees the late rapper and Too Short making an appearance at a boxing ring to watch a group of women tackle each other to the mat. Shout out to Coolio. Rest in peace. Shout out to Mimi. Everybody over there. That shit's wild. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut up. You want to talk about a fucking loser? I'm hating. Let's just get it out the way. Loner, get your popcorn. I'm about to hate. I'm gonna hate.
Okay.
This is the most loserous shit I ever heard in my entire fucking life.
I do it.
Matter of fact, this is not even a thing. That's how fucking great this shit is. This is just a fucking lonely loser. Have you ever heard of a solo? Beg my pardon. Have you ever heard of a solo honeymoon? Let me tell you what a solo honeymoon is. A solo honeymoon is when you get a couple of your doll hairs and then you go and you vacation as if you're on a honeymoon with no partner, no honey, no moon. So what you're doing is you're just on vacation and you're pretending to be on a honeymoon that doesn't exist. That's just like being on a fucking bachelor party or in a bachelor party or throwing a bachelor party without being a bachelor. Like, just a group of dudes going to a titty bar is not a bachelor party. Just a group of dudes at a titty bar. You are just a lady on vacation. You're not on a fucking honeymoon. Stories out of the New York Post. An influencer who's fed up with being single has decided to take herself on a solo honeymoon and vowed to stop depending on men to make her happy. Now, I agree 1,000%. Tell my daughters all the time, you don't need nobody to make you happy. You make you happy. This sounds strange. Let's dig in. Brittany, we won't say her last name, revealed that in 2022, she traveled to London and froze her eggs before booking her dream vacation in France and Italy. Okay, that sounds cool. Since then, Allie's been living her best life. Single. Okay. In quotes, I think everyone has their day where they're like, I want that. The deep romance. But mostly, I don't feel pressure to get married, said Allie in a YouTube video. I heard this quote once that if you got married at 50 to the love of your life, you could be with this person for 30 years. Yeah, that's true. I've been with my wife for 20 years. My longest relationship was around 5 years, and that felt like forever. So 30 years to be with the love of your life makes me so happy. I'm not in a rush, continued the influencer. According to Alan, oh shit, that's her last name. Fuck. Her outlook on life comes from her parents. I had really supportive parents. Realistic. Man, hold up. She's a 37-year-old single woman that can't find a husband, so decides to just go on vacation and make up stupid fucking shit like solo honeymoons. And that's cool. Do your thug thizzle, shorty. Go out there and shake a tail feather. I don't give a fuck. But a 37-year-old influencer, that really hurts my feelings. I think you should do better. That's just me. Because if me and a bunch of my homeboys went and had a bachelor party and nobody was getting married, that shit would be weird and fucking creepy. And the idea that you want to wait till you're fucking 50 for the love of your life, like, I get it. That's cool. Maybe people don't mesh and they don't grow. And yeah, relationships are very testing and hard, and probably I wouldn't recommend starting one as early as we did, but nonetheless, that's where we started. I don't think waiting too long is the best idea either. You kind of want to grow and make memories together. Like, you don't understand, like, that's my best friend. Like, we laugh together. We do so much shit together that without being together, it would suck. This is just weird, bro. Anyway, hell yeah, I tell you I was hating on this goofy ass bitch going on vacation by herself. Oh, my bad. Complex. Hit Boy says he don't plan on taking aim at Hitmaker on slipping into darkness, but decided to take a shot after Hitman questioned his relevancy. The Grammy-winning producer revealed the information during a recent episode of Homegrown Radio, saying he added the diss after Hitmaker's not-so-flattering comments on Hot 97's Ebro in the Morning. Hitmaker suggests he was more successful than Hit Boy because he received more radio play despite being in the game for a shorter time. Hit Boy fired back just several hours later when he released the Alchemist-assisted track Slipping into Darkness, in which he name dropped the fuck out of him. But anyway, name dropped some other big time producers, including Mustard, Metro Boomin, Southside, and Hitmaker. I fuck with Mustard. He can make the ratchet shit with his eyes closed, and he can rap on the track. But now I start wondering, can blank chop soul? I just seen Young Bird spoke on the wave. I should do him like Trick and snatch his hit out his name. Ouch. Hit Boy later claimed he had nothing but respect for Mustard, Metro, and Southside, and he only meant to diss one person. That's why you shouldn't rap, dog. Anyway, I don't even know if that was even a story. I just thought it was interesting. Now, this JP Morgan story is fucking great because JP Morgan just got caught with a fucking fuck. It's like I broke down for a second. JP Morgan got caught with a big ass boat of cocaine. They're like, that's not our cocaine. And everybody's like, yeah, what's your cocaine? They're like, how much cocaine is it? They're like, 200 million tons. And they're like, all right, that's maybe our cocaine. Now, JP Morgan's been around for a long, long time. JP Morgan happens to have some of those people that Kanye don't like, and you're not supposed to talk about, so I can't talk about really what's going on over there, and I really don't even know what the fuck is going on, but I know they got a lot of fucking money, and that boat had a shitload of cocaine. So, we don't know where the cocaine went. It just fucking disappeared. Now this. Complex. Last week, JP Morgan Chase. That was loud as fuck. Where was that? Anyway, last week, JP Morgan Chase didn't get what it ordered. In a surprising mix-up, a Dutch warehouse accidentally sent them a bag of stones instead of nickel that was purchased. So I don't know if you know, when you buy nickel from like one of those mines and shit, it's bolitas, like little pellets of silver or nickel, I should say, excuse me. Which is fucking hilarious that they just got a bag of fucking rocks. The report from Insider states JP Morgan Chase didn't know if it happened due to an accidental theft or fraud. The London Exchange revealed that there was a misunderstanding with its nickel supply, but didn't identify the owner of the warehouse involved in shorting the nickel bags. An operator at the warehouse weighed the bag, believing it showed more than 50 tons of nickel, but the operator later discovered the bags were filled with stones. According to the Wall Street Journal, the warehouse owner is operated by a logistics firm. I'm not giving that away. They didn't do anything wrong, I don't think, but I'm for sure, almost 100% sure that somebody is getting their lick back from JP Morgan. That was good. It's not bad. What do you think, Loner? Loner wanted me to quit. Loner said he wasn't going to show up no more. That's the show. Yeah. I know. Thank you. ChatGPT will be helping us more. I appreciate you, ChatGPT. I just wanna hit the city, pop a bottle ditty. Who's coming with me? And make it right back. But I'm not a developer. Why are they sending me that? My mind frame changed. Yep. Alright, y'all, that was it. My name is Kasabian. Live in the moment, don't live in the past. Be safe, stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. To fall in love, let's make a toast. I wanna do the most. Take your breath away, hold you close. Make it warm when you're cold, and when you're hot, make it hotter. I'm talking long nights, bubble baths, chilling in the water. I'm living in the moment, I just wanna hold it. These are my defining moments. I just wanna own it. I wanna hold on to right now, right now, right now. I'm living in the moment, I just wanna hold it. These are my defining moments. I just wanna own it. I wanna hold on to right now, right now. I know there's something about it. That swagger power.